all I remembered was if he did have SCID, he would have 6 months to a year to live. I didn't hear anything else they said.
It was devastating to receive Isaiah's diagnosis. I did watch the movie The Boy in a Bubble. That was my only reference to this diagnosis. Nothing prepares you for getting a phone call from the hospital that your child, who was like a week old, was diagnosed with a rare genetic disease.
Oh my God, it was devastating. I always wanted a son. I even thought my daughter was a boy. I've always wanted boys. I'm a boy lover. So when I got a diagnosis, I was devastated. I cried. I'm not a crier. You can tell you, I'm not a crier. I bawled my eyes out. It was, to me, I saw all hope is gone. Because of newborn screening, Isaiah was in a bubble. So he was only allowed to be home and also to the hospital. No visitors, he couldn't be around anybody else. So we could help keep him secure. So everything we touched, the light screen, pencil, remote control, we had to sanitize. Our home became a hospital. So our home was a bubble. If he wasn't picked up on the newborn screening, unfortunately, most of these kids got very ill. Some even unfortunately passed away before they were diagnosed. So newborn screening helped him so he could be as healthy as possible so that when he got to transplant, he had a better chance of surviving. The most challenging journey was the 10 months of waiting prior to gene therapy. That was waiting, living in isolation. You can't see your friends, you can't see your family. Literally my hands were so dry from constantly washing and cleaning. It was something I never want to go through again. Most bone marrow bank, it goes by ethnicity. So if you're Black, there's like a 1% chance of finding a match. We went to the international rep, and she had said to me, there's something about Isaiah. I was like, okay. She's like, did you know what it took for him to get here? I was like, no, but I've been waiting 10 months. She's like, the government of Ontario in Canada only accept promise to pay for international treatment. We don't accept that at UCLA. So we actually had to change the laws at UCLA. We had to call in our legal team to get Isaiah treated. We're like, wow. So we have never allowed any child or anyone to be treated on a promise to pay. And mind you, this treatment was about $250,000 US just for 10 days stay. And so they had to change all their rules just to get Isaiah to be treated. I was like, this must be God. This is amazing. They fixed the issue with the cell and they gave it back to him. It's a very seamless process. The chemo wipes out your bone marrow, and so you're vulnerable to infection once you return. So we stayed at the kids for 3 weeks. Everything went as planned. He was okay. And then we came home. Then it just became a waiting process. Unfortunately, there's an ugly side of SCID where I've seen these precious babies fight for their lives. And we did have some challenges, but we never went to that extent. So I looked at the positive and focused daily on the positive, and my faith kept me sane, knowing that this child's gonna live, he's gonna be healthy. There's a purpose for him. I felt like I learned that there is nothing that I cannot get through. I believe once you have a child that's ill, I think that for me, that was my worst fear in life. Like, you hear the stories, you see all these precious children fighting all these diseases, you wonder how these parents cope, how, I can't imagine. And then it happened to you. I think I learned that you can get through anything. You can actually have peace in the most difficult situation. Isaiah he's a fighter. God's special child. There's a reason for him. I believe that he's going to go on to do something great in this life. Out of everybody in this world, how are these two individuals from two countries so far away? We both carry a defective gene, and that's what caused SCID. So every child that we do have a 25% chance, right? So that was like, we're rare people, right? So I look at him as a rare boy. He's my miracle. To me, he's God's promise. And he just reminds me just life is precious. It's fleeting. Live each day at a time and just enjoy it. Don't sweat the small stuff. I think that's exactly what I learned from him every time I see Isaiah.